What's going on, everyone? Vince here, and today I have a video brought to you by SculptNation.com, and I want to talk to you about a staple in my supplement stack. Now, it's probably not going to be what you first think of when you hear the word supplement, because it's not a pre-workout or a protein powder or a fat burner. And of course I use those and I love all those things, but I have some things that I consider my foundation, or the building blocks of good health and keeping my body fat low. And these are things that I don't go a day without taking, that acts almost as an insurance policy for helping me stay healthy and lean. And one is an ancient herb that comes from a plant similar to ginger. It's turmeric. And I'm sure you've heard of it before. It's the common yellow spice often found in curry dishes or other Asian cuisines. It's pretty well known as a spice and even as a supplement, but I've found that most people have no idea of everything that turmeric is capable of, especially when it comes to reaching their fitness goals. When it comes to turmeric, most people sprinkle a little on their food, or maybe even take it in supplement form because they've heard it's an antioxidant powerhouse or read the mounds of research demonstrating its ability to help manage inflammatory responses. And those are no doubt great reasons to use it. Maintaining a healthy inflammatory response will help you recover faster from training and keep your joints comfortable, give you more energy, and help you think more clearly, which are all things that will impact your motivation to stick to your diet and training plan. And adherence is key to seeing results. So many functions of the body can be affected by inflammation. And until somewhat recently, I wasn't even aware of half of them. I originally started supplementing with turmeric a long time ago because I found some studies that show the active ingredient in turmeric could be just as powerful as ibuprofen. So of course, I wanted to see if it would work in speeding up recovery and be a natural way to help with minor aches and pains from intense training. But then I discovered that turmeric appears in over 3,000 publications and has been studied for over 25 years. And I found that this staple in Western medicine has so many other science-backed benefits that go beyond fighting the inflammation that many of us experience from hitting the gym. So while reviewing these studies, I also got a real understanding of the impact that inflammation has on weight. Researchers found that white blood cells, which are the cells of your immune system, are more aggressive in those that are overweight, which right there is a clear connection between weight and inflammation of fat tissue. In non-science terms, that means if you aren't maintaining a healthy inflammatory response, you have a better chance of being overweight. Basically, inflammation could be the root cause of your weight issues or your inability to lose weight no matter how hard you diet or exercise. And these researchers have found that turmeric is one way to help manage it. But that just scratches the surface of what clinical studies have found turmeric can do. The active ingredient in turmeric, which is curcumin, has also been shown to be able to boost brain power, to support healthy joint health, delay signs of aging, enhance your mood, help with certain digestive issues, and assist in keeping blood sugar levels steady, which is also important for maintaining a healthy weight and having steady energy levels all day and helping keep hunger in check. Now, I also found some interesting studies that show another way turmeric can help with fat loss because of its ability to help the body create more brown fat. And I'm going to go over more of what brown fat is and why you want this kind of fat here in a second. But in a nutshell, they found the active ingredient in turmeric also has some awesome thermogenic fat burning capabilities. So the science is there. Turmeric has the potential to be an excellent fat loss tool that could help you create more good thermogenic fat, and even better, help get to the root of what might be making you overweight, which is inflammation. But here's the problem I ran into, and one many of you taking turmeric may have as well. Despite using turmeric in a lot of my cooking and even supplementing with a bottle that I found at the health store, I just wasn't feeling or seeing any of these so-called benefits. So I started to look into this ancient herb a little more and realized it wasn't because turmeric is overly hyped. Like I said, the science is there. The active ingredient in turmeric may very well be one of the most effective nutritional supplements in existence. I was simply taking it wrong. Therefore, it wasn't being absorbed in my body. And if it's not being absorbed, it's a total waste because it can't be used to do all the things that researchers claim it has the ability to do, like fight inflammation or provide digestive support, decrease muscle soreness post-training, and help keep weight in check. But I found the solution to fix this absorption issue is really simple. And I'm going to tell you what it is so that you can absorb it and actually reap its benefits, including its ability to assist in creating more thermogenic brown fat cells, which, like I said, may assist in a decrease in fat mass without changing anything about your diet or training. But first, I want to brag on this ancient herb a little more and tell you why it's catching on and explain why, even if you never step foot in a gym, turmeric should absolutely be something that you take. So turmeric has been used in Asian countries for thousands of years, but not only to spice up their tasty cuisines, they also use it because they feel it has medicinal properties. Since then, many alternative and holistic providers have used this herb in their practice, but in recent years, it's begun to gain popularity even in mainstream medicine. Probably because clinicians can't ignore all the solid research backing what some are calling nature's miracle. Many major clinical studies have been conducted that back up what these ancient medicine men have been trying to tell us for centuries, which is that turmeric is a powerful antioxidant with a bunch of health benefits. And I'm going to go over some of those here in a second, but first I want to address a couple of the issues that I see. Because turmeric has many compounds, but the one that seems to be responsible for its long list of benefits is its main active ingredient, curcumin. But here's the problem. The amount of curcumin in the spice that you have in your cabinet is not very high. And all the studies that demonstrate turmeric's powerful benefits used extracts of the herb that are really high in curcumin. This means that you wouldn't experience the health and fat burning benefits from just sprinkling a little bit on a meal here or there. You have to take it in a supplement form that contains significant amounts of that active ingredient, curcumin. But that's not all. Remember how I told you that I wasn't absorbing the turmeric that I was taking? Well, that's because the supplement that I bought didn't contain another very important ingredient. Curcumin can't be fully absorbed unless you take another natural substance at the exact same time, and that's black pepper containing the compound piperine. But more specifically, it has to be a purified version of black pepper for it to be bioavailable and ready to be released at the same time as the curcumin. So I discovered a trademarked version of black pepper called BIOPERINE. And BIOPERINE has been shown to drastically enhance curcumin's absorption. Researchers did a human study where they either gave subjects curcumin alone or curcumin with BIOPERINE. And what they found was that curcumin was pretty much undetectable in the group that took it by itself. But when combined with BIOPERINE, absorption was increased by 2,000%. All of this led me to a turmeric supplement that finally worked. And I'm going to tell you about it in just a minute, so stay with me because you can't just pick up any turmeric at the store and expect these benefits. But because I know that we're all looking for ways to enhance fat loss, first, I have to quickly tell you about some studies that go beyond the inflammation connection. There's some science that demonstrates curcumin's potential to essentially turn your body into a thermostat that burns more fat even at rest. So without getting too technical on you, here's what it boils down to. When we consume more calories than we burn, those extra calories have to go somewhere, and most go to our fat cells. But you actually have two types of fat cells. You have the white fat cells, which are the bad ones. This is where those extra calories go and they hang on to your most annoying places like your lower belly or your lower back or your upper thighs or the backs of your arms in hopes of being used for energy later. But you also have brown fat cells. And scientists discovered that these cells don't store fat. They actually do the opposite, and they create heat in your body and rev up your fat burning metabolism, meaning they burn fat. So you want brown fat and you don't want white fat, okay? Well, this led scientists to try to investigate how we could increase the number of brown fat cells that we have and decrease the amount of white fat cells. And they believe the best way to do this is by unleashing a hormone called irisin. And Harvard University scientists were so intrigued by this fat transforming hormone that can literally alter your fat cells, changing them from cells that store to cells that burn, that they're calling it a major fat burning discovery. Now, we all have the ability to produce irisin, mainly when we exercise, but scientists found that there's another much easier way to turn these unhealthy white fat cells into fat burning thermogenic brown fat cells, and that's through consuming certain phytochemicals, the beneficial chemicals produced in plants. And the active ingredient in turmeric, curcumin, is a very powerful phytochemical, which is why so many researchers have specifically used curcumin when examining this phenomenon of being able to potentially alter your white fat cells and turn them into brown fat blasting cells. A study published in Biochemical and Biophysical Research Communications found that curcumin promoted this browning of white fat, leading to a decrease in body weight and fat mass without changing anything related to food intake. Now, I do want to point out that this particular study did use mice, but that doesn't mean that it's not worth mentioning. Humans share 95% of our genes with mice, which is why many researchers deem them an effective model for research. Now, turmeric also has tons of unique compounds, and it seems that there are other elements of this plant aside from curcumin that could contribute to its ability to aid in weight loss. Two of those are shagaols and gingerols, which can't make your body burn fat alone, but when paired with a good diet, may help rev up your body's thermogenic response, which helps you burn fat faster. But because scientists have primarily been focused on curcumin's potential to fight inflammation, and for good reason, and have only recently realized that there are several other potential connections between turmeric and weight management, they're just getting started in conducting human trials. But all research thus far has been really promising, and we look forward to being able to tell you about new studies as they're available. So, is turmeric a healing powerhouse with the potential to help you lose fat, or an overhyped plant? Well, it's no doubt overhyped if you just simply sprinkle some on your food or throw the cheapest turmeric supplement that you find at the grocery store in your shopping cart. But we're learning that if you take it in a high quality form and combine it with piperine, it can no doubt be a power plant that may have a positive impact on your fat cells and your joints and your muscles and digestion and your immune system and more. Now, I'm gonna tell you about the one that I've been taking here in a second, but there's also something else that I need to address real quick. Quality is really important when using turmeric. Quality is something that you always need to be aware of with any supplement, but especially with one as popular as turmeric. Because when a product is gaining attention, companies are usually going to try to find the cheapest form possible and throw it in a capsule and sell you something that is not only a total waste of money because it can't be absorbed and put to use, but could also potentially be unsafe. So how do you know if the turmeric that you're buying is safe? Well, you have to make sure that the supplement company that you're buying from goes through proper testing, which isn't cheap. So it's something that many companies don't do. And this testing needs to happen at multiple points from start to finish. And rigorous third-party testing needs to happen to verify label claims, ensuring that every dose is packed with the highest quality ingredients. So safety is step number one for sure, but you also can't forget about the absorption issue that I was telling you about. Otherwise, you're basically just wasting your money. So you also need to make sure that the turmeric that you're buying has black pepper extract, and preferably the trademarked version BIOPERINE, so it can be absorbed and put to use, helping you maintain a balanced inflammatory response so that you can feel and perform in and out of the gym at your best. Now you're probably wondering how you can know all this just by looking at a label. How do you know if the dose in the label is the dose in the capsules? How can you tell if the turmeric is safe and not enhanced for brightness? And even if it does have black pepper listed on the label, how do you know if it's a bioavailability enhancing form of it? That would take a lot of digging on your part. So I'm gonna make it very simple for you. If you want the purest, most bioavailable form of turmeric that is safe and perfectly blended with the ingredients needed to ensure it's being absorbed, I've got one for you. Sculpt Nation Turmeric. It uses a formula that contains only the highest quality turmeric available. We didn't just throw a few milligrams of this spice in a tablet and call it a day. We made sure to include optimal dosages of both curcumin and BIOPERINE black pepper extract, which, if you remember, has shown to increase the absorption of curcumin by 2,000%. So it gets into your body and gets to work fighting inflammation, allowing you to feel your best and possibly even start to lose the fat that you've been holding on to for years. And it's just 2 capsules a day. That's it. And you will get a safe and absorbable form of top shelf turmeric that actually works. And I know it works because I didn't notice the health benefits of turmeric until I stopped just adding it to my meals or grabbing any capsule that I could find. It was when I started taking it the right way that I finally started feeling better. But it's not just me. I've worked with thousands of clients where we didn't make any further adjustments to their diet or their training that we already had them on. We just added Sculpt Nation Turmeric, and after consistent use, they experienced less soreness after training, better digestion, and their clothes started becoming looser. And we constantly read emails and comments on our social media pages from customers that feel and see these exact same things. Their joints are feeling better, their digestion's improving, and they're losing weight, all because they're finally able to interrupt the inflammatory pathways that had previously taken over their bodies. So if you have never tried turmeric, hopefully this video helped you better understand the hype. And if you have tried it in the past and like me, you didn't see or feel the benefits that everyone raves about, maybe give our formula a try. You don't have anything to lose. With our lifetime money-back guarantee, if you're not thrilled with your results, all you have to do is call or email our customer service team and we'll refund 100% of your purchase. So I'll put a link in the description box below so that you can read more about it and give it a try for yourself. But other than that, if you found this video useful, make sure you're clicking that thumbs up button below, and I'll see you in the next one.